At the casino, Robin notices a poster advertising the circus that performs there. The ringmaster is the phony Major Hampton. Mr. T smiles.
Looks like we hit the jackpot. Come on, we'll pay him a little backstage visit.
But Hampton has seen them coming. He lures them into a large, darkened room and then slips out and locks them in. Mr. T calls out to him.
The show's over, Hampton.
Hampton gives a sinister leer.
Not so. It's just begun.
There is the sound of iron cage doors clanging open, and 3 hulking, wild-eyed bears move towards the team and Mr. T. With handsprings and backflips, the team avoid the bears and then leap up onto the cage roof. 2 of the bears go into the cage and try to pull them down. Woody leans over and slams the door shut and latches it.
With good behavior, you'll be out by showtime.
The other bear shambles over to Mr. T and growls fiercely at him. Mr. T glares back.
Nobody talks to me like that.
He closes with the bear and wrestles with it until the animal has had enough.
Back to your cage, bear.
It creeps back into its cage, and Robin locks it in.
That was incredible, Mr. T!
You put on some show yourself.
Woody makes a grand gesture.
And for our encore, we bust down the door. We're locked in, remember?
Courtney has made her way to a warehouse on the outskirts of the city. The address was given to her by her father, who had traced the tank's serial number. The tank is there, sure enough. She crawls underneath to drain the oil from the engine and demobilize it. Then she hears footsteps. She suppresses a groan.
It's the enemy.
From beneath the tank, she sees a pair of feet stop opposite her. She reaches out and grabs them. The owner of the feet falls, and Courtney sits on him to hold him down.
Surrender. You're my prisoner.
But it's Jeff! As he explains that Mr. T told him to look after her, Selby arrives. They dive for cover, but the newcomer hears them. Jeff tells Courtney to remain hidden while he distracts him. Then she must go and warn the others. Selby pushes over a pile of oil drums, which roll menacingly towards Jeff. He leaps over them easily, but one has burst, and he slips in the spilled oil. Selby catches him as he lies sprawled on the floor and quickly ties his hands behind his back.
Since you're so interested in our little escapade, how about a front row seat?
Selby forces Jeff into the tank, locks the hatch, and runs out of the warehouse. Courtney comes out of her hiding place, but is unable to open the hatch to release Jeff. Suddenly, the tank engines start up, and the tank rolls towards the wall. As it bursts through it, Courtney leaps off the tank and stumbles as she lands.
Ow! My ankle! I can hardly walk! But that tank is heading for the casino. I must warn the team.
Back at the casino, the door holding the team prisoner bursts off its hinges as Mr. T runs at it with a wooden post.
The 3rd time's the charm. Come on, we've got a score to settle with those fools Hampton and Selby.
But there is no sign of the phony soldiers, and all seems peaceful until they hear the rumble of the tank as it bursts through the wall and crunches over the gambling tables. Mr. T frowns.
I know what they're after. The jackpot. That special slot machine is full of gold.
He goes to move the machine out of the way, but the tank follows him everywhere he turns and fires tear gas canisters at him. Robin is concerned.
Selby and Hampton must be controlling the tank. But from where?
Woody has an idea.
The best vantage point would be the spotter's room.
Mr. T snaps out his orders.
Woody, Robin, you check it out. Kim, call the police. I'll keep them busy with a little game of cat and mouse.
He lifts the golden slot machine onto a hand trolley.
If you want this, you'll have to get it from T.
In the spotter's room, Selby and Hampton whip round as Robin and Woody cartwheel in through the door and knock them flat. They tie up the 2 crooks with telephone cords, and then Woody smashes the remote control unit for the tank. Selby sneers.
That won't stop the tank. The slot machine is a homing device, and the tank is tuned to the frequency. That's why it followed your bus. You had the radio on.
Robin and Woody rush off to warn Mr. T that the tank will go wherever the slot machine goes. Mr. T gives a laugh.
Then I know where it's going. Down the elevator shaft.
At that moment, Courtney arrives.
Mr. T! Don't! Jeff's inside the tank!
The slot machine is right by the elevator shaft, and the tank is almost upon it. Mr. T heaves the machine against the tank and leaps out of the way.
This is one time I'm gonna gamble.
The slot machine bursts open, and gold coins roll everywhere. The tank grinds to a halt right on the edge of the shaft.
Jackpot! I broke the homing device.
Quickly, he releases Jeff. Courtney is very relieved.
Jeff, I'm so glad you're all right. My plan didn't work the way I wanted, and my stubbornness nearly cost you your life.
Mr. T puts an arm on her shoulder.
You made a snap decision, that's all. There's always more than one choice.
Tim cuts in.
Yeah, like going to West Point and staying with the team.
Courtney is perplexed.
How can I do both?
Mr. T smiles.
You think everybody at West Point went to Hamilton Prep? If you've got what it takes, you get in.